Welcome back to Vuln Vibes. Today, we're diving straight into something pretty critical unfolding in the SAP world.
Yeah, there's this confirmed severe flaw in NetWeaver and some really concerning signs of active exploitation, possibly even a 0 day in the mix.
Exactly. Given your expertise here, let's just cut straight to the important trends and what this all means. The core problem seems to be unauthorized web shell uploads, right?
That's the heart of it. We're talking about attackers managing to upload JSP web shells into SAP NetWeaver systems.
And once those are in place.
Well, they give them file upload capabilities, obviously, but crucially, remote code execution. It's that initial way in, that first foothold.
Right. Now, ReliquQuest did some initial analysis, and they flagged a couple of possibilities. Maybe CVE 2017-9844, which is known.
Or potentially an unreported remote file inclusion, an RFI issue. But here's the kicker.
The zero-day suspicion.
Exactly. That comes up because some of the systems that got hit were apparently fully patched, up to date.
Which, yeah, strongly suggests they might have used something unknown, something brand new to get in.
It does. And the specific vulnerable point seems to be the development server metadata uploader endpoint.
Okay, the metadata uploader.
Hmm.
And they're putting these malicious JSP files where...
They're aiming for the servlet JSPridge root path.
And sticking a web shell there.
Hmm.
That's all about persistence, isn't it? Making sure they can stay in.
Precisely. It lets them keep that remote access, upload more malware, run commands, steal data, establish a really solid long-term presence.
And it doesn't stop with just the web shell. We're seeing some pretty advanced stuff happening after the initial breach, too.
Definitely. The use of the Brute Ratel C4 framework has popped up.
Just not your average toolkit.
No, it's quite stealthy, sophisticated C2 framework, often used for moving laterally, digging deeper into the network. And we've also seen the Heaven's Gate technique being used.
Ah, the EDR evasion technique.
Right. It helps 32-bit malware hide from security tools on 64-bit systems. It's a way to fly under the radar.
The timeline on some of these attacks is also telling, apparently.
It really is. There was at least one case where it took several days between the first access and the, let's say, more serious exploitation kicking off.
So not immediate smash and grab.
No. And that delay pattern, it strongly points towards initial access brokers, or IABs.
The guys who break in and then sell the access.
Exactly. They find the way in, establish that initial foothold, and then sell it off to another group who actually carries out the main attack, whether it's ransomware or data theft or whatever. It shows this kind of specialization in the cybercrime world.
And we have to remember the context here. SAP systems. These aren't small-time targets. We're talking government agencies.
Yeah.
Huge corporations.
Absolutely. High-value targets running critical business processes. And often these are on-premises deployments.
Meaning patching is key.
Hugely important. Security really depends on the organization itself keeping things updated. If they fall behind on patches, they become very vulnerable to exactly this kind of attack. The potential damage is massive.
Which brings us to the new patch from SAP. Timely, to say the least. CVE 2025-31324.
Yes, and it's rated maximum severity. CVSS score of 10.0 doesn't get higher. And look where it is the NetWeaver Visual Composer metadata uploader.
The same component implicated in the attacks.
Precisely. This vulnerability allows an unauthenticated attacker to upload arbitrary executable files via that metadata uploader.
So it seems highly likely this patch, CVE 2025-31324, is the fix for the very vulnerability, possibly 0-day, that attackers were exploiting.
The timing, the component, the description, it all lines up very strongly. It suggests SAP identified and fixed the actively exploited flaw.
And this isn't happening in a vacuum, is it? There have been other warnings about NetWeaver lately.
Correct. CISA put out an alert not long ago about CVE 2017-12637, another serious NetWeaver flaw, being actively exploited to steal configuration files. So there's definitely a sustained interest from attackers in SAP environments.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've got confirmed exploitation, maybe a 0-day now patched, sophisticated tools like Brute Ratel in play, IABs involved. It's a complex picture.
It really underscores the persistent threat to these critical enterprise applications.
So thinking about all this, how should it change the game for incident response or threat hunting specifically within SAP landscapes? If you were advising a security team right now, what specific IOCs, what indicators would you tell them to prioritize looking for?